Still in you, buddy. Are you still here? Can you hear me? There you are. Hey, buddy, is the music too loud? I'm like that a lot, Steve. Music fan. Used to, I could really program myself to wake up at a certain time, and I still do a pretty good job of it. Anymore, my problem is I wake up before I'm supposed to. Then in the other times, it's hard to get up, even though I do wake up. You're welcome. Come on up on the panel and talk with me, buddy. I'm not going to be around real long this morning, but I thought I'd get up here and hang out a while. Steve, what time did you leave the stream last night? Hey, buddy.
Good morning. Good morning.
What time did you leave the stream last night, Steve?
I think it was like at 10 o'clock, 10:30. I don't know. I started to fall asleep.
You missed seeing Bob get bit by the snake then, didn't you?
Yeah, I missed that. I just saw that in the morning time. When you posted it, it was like it said snake bite. I'm like, what?
He asked me if I would like to see him feed his snake he got from Nathan. I said, yeah, that'd be great, man. He had some dead mice. He got in there and he hung that mouse down in front of that snake and dangled it. That snake snapped, and about the time it snapped, man, the camera went off. Then he came back on holding another mouse. I said, that one was close. He said, it got me. And he showed his finger, man. He had 2 fang marks in it and blood just running down. And
he lucky it wasn't a poisonous snake.
I tell you, I told him, I said, right there's the reason I don't have snakes. Yeah. He said it's the first time he's ever been bit.
I had snake before. I had the king snake. Yeah, it's poisonous.
Only snake I'm gonna have will be snakeskin boots.
I found it on the streets one day. I was coming home from the store, and I see a bunch of people running away from something, screaming and running, and then somebody says snake. So I'm the only fool that goes towards it and gets a steak, picks it up, puts it in a box, and takes it home and gives it a home.
I'm calling Bomber Steve, buddy. I'm calling Bob now, Bob Irwin. I told him thanks for the video. Maybe he'll give me one to go viral.
Yeah.
I told him if I get rich, I'll split it with him.
Good morning, Bobber.
Bobber Steve, buddy. Most handlers get bitten at feeding time. He said it's the first time he ever got bit, but he said he wasn't paying attention. But it was good for live streaming. Oh man, that gave me a heart attack.
So did you get to see it, or you just got to see the dots?
No, he seen it. I mean, he struck it. It happened so quick, boy, when he snatched that thing. But you can tell something happened because you hear a little word out Bob. The camera went black for a second. Crazy. Then he fed it another mouse. That or I don't know if he fed that same snake another mouse or if he had another one. I don't know. It was crazy.
I think it might have been the same mouse. I don't think the snakes tend to eat twice in the feed.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the second time if he was feeding a different snake or not, but
Oh, okay. I mean,
whew, crazy, man.
you dropped Catfish Mom off this morning?
Yeah, I went and dropped her off a few minutes ago, and I've just figured I'd come in here and stream a bit, but man, I'm about to hit that bed here shortly. Let's see, Bomber. Bomber, we missed you last night, too. I was talking about you last night. Mate of mine made a mistake and got bitten at the feeding time and got tagged by his Costa Taipan
Taipan,
ambulance.
yeah.
3 days in the hospital. He was fine. Yeah. Except his sense of taste a bit off.
You know, like you can survive. Most humans can survive like snake bites. But even if you do, the the effect that they leave behind sometimes, like, oh man, it's like they left. Your skin will be eaten up. The insides is
Yeah.
your nerves, like he said, like because their stuff messes with your nerves and it messes with everything.
Yeah, my heart would have scars on it and stuff. I ain't got to worry about it. If I get snake bit, it's because one snuck up on me. But Bomber, we was talking about you last night. Uh, Prepping and them came in and did another raid. I wound up with 258 likes, Steve,
Whoa.
and didn't even get one thumbs down. Didn't even get a thumbs down out of that troll I had to kick off. I
Whoa.
guess he still liked the story.
He likes getting kicked out.
He must have still liked it. Then I wound up. I got 738 views right now. It's a good stream. We had a blast. Thank goodness to all of y'all, man. I didn't even feel like streaming last night.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. It was good.
Once I sit down, man, it's like somebody gives me a shot of medicine in the arm. It gets my mind off things and actually gets me feeling better.
That actually helps heal, man. When you don't focus on the pain and stuff like that, it gives you time, your mind on something else, and yeah, it does. It gives you time to heal.
It's the truth. You get feeling better, man. I get to breathing better and everything. By the end of the night, I was starting to get tired and I was starting having problems again. But dang, we streamed 3.5 hours. But it helps, no doubt about it. You move too fast for a snake to get you.
You talking about you?
Well, I'd get bit every time because, man, I'm going to try moving. Yeah, it was awesome, Steve. Wished you could have been there. We had a great time. We even might have bored a lot of people to death at the time. You probably was in there at that time. Got to talking quite a bit of fishing with Terry too, Terry Aquatics.
Uh,
We had a long conversation about back when you used to bass fish all the time and That was fun.
Hey, just when I left, Maine's came in Jess, right?
Yeah. So, so I guess our fishing talk came after that you left then.
Because when I left, I just think I caught a glimpse of her coming up. Somebody said,
All right.
Jess.
Yeah. You might want to go back and check it sometime. We had a good talk about fishing back when I fished, and he fishes too, and tournament fishing and stuff. He had some questions, and we had a good conversation. Like I say, we might have bored a lot of people, but it was fun talking fishing for a change.
Yeah, I want to go fishing, man.
Man, I tell you, I want to get out there. Hat Trick Farms, man. Where was you last night, Hat Trick? Man, the stream just ain't the same without Hat Trick.
Hi, Hat Trick. What's up?
Well, I used all my battery buildup up. Now I'm just getting the heat out of them again.
He.
But yeah, Hat Trick, man, we didn't have Kenny on the panel, didn't have Foxy on the panel. Kenny worked late and Foxy had a migraine.
How about Foxy? Yeah, she did a really good job on your intro.
Oh man, she's good at this stuff. If you wouldn't watched her videos, her videos, man, just all the extras she's adds in them and everything. She is awesome, man.
Seeing what you guys do, like with your streams and stuff, putting things up, backgrounds and everything.
Yeah.
I like it. It's cool.
I
Kind of
just
makes me like, yeah.
I just try adding. I sit and think and try adding as much to it I can to take the boredness away from me. Somebody just looking at an old man up here. I try giving
Good
y'all a little
morning.
something for your time. Hey Chubbs, how
What's
you
up,
doing?
Tubbs?
Morning, Sterling. Morning,
Hey,
Catfish.
hey Chubbs. Hat Trick, man, we missed you though. It just ain't the same, man. I was telling everybody it's just you get that sense something missing, and then what's missing was Hat Trick, man. But we had a great stream. Bob came on and took a snake bite for me to help my channel.
Come on.
Go viral.
My friends, man, they're starting to do anything for the catfish.
Yeah,
If I can get Chubbs in here and wrestle a gator or something,
I'll do it.
I believe you would.
Yeah.
Uh,
Good morning, Joey. Good morning, Lori.
Hat Trick Chubbs, though, I wound up with 258 thumbs up and 738 views, I think it is.
That's awesome.
Last night's stream. We
RP.
streamed 3.5 hours.
Good day, GRB. I was on Blackie. I was listening to Blackie stream with GRB singing Bob Dylan.
Really? JRB was singing.
Oh yeah. There was a couple
He,
of glasses of
GRB.
wine in, but man, I tell you what, he was doing a good job.
oh, I tell you, JRB's got a video out right now, and the name of it's called "It'll Get Better." He's playing the guitar and singing it, and I liked it so
Yeah.
much. I asked him for the who sung that song. I was wanting to pull it up and get the
Right
lyrics
on.
and learn it, and he's the one wrote the dang song. But he done a good job at it. I told him he needs to get that checked out, man. It
Oh
had
yeah.
some good lyrics to it. But
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and watch it though.
Oh yeah.
He must have went over there late because he was in our streams pretty well all night. There's JRB. He's here with us.
Yeah.
He Get him up on here and sing for us, man.
No.
Get you a glass of wine, JRB, and grab your guitar.
Hell yeah.
Need to write a song about catching lizards in your kitchen. You're awesome, buddy. But Chubbs, to you, man, I appreciate you getting up here. Hat Trick, I'd love to see you this morning, but I know you probably ain't got your makeup on.
Yep.
And y'all had a good stream
Thank you.
on Monday night, Chubbs.
Oh yeah, it was real good.
Yeah, it was a great stream.
No doubt. Yeah, a blast.
Yeah. Oh, Danny and Kenny, man. Kenny finally got to tell his story.
I tell you what, it was worth waiting 2 weeks for him to tell it.
I know. I was telling everybody last night, dang, he didn't even tell his story. He got up there and reenacted it.
It was awesome. One for the record, for sure.
Yeah, it was worth waiting for.
Without a doubt. Hey, what's up, Chewy?
Chewy, buddy. Yeah, I know. I figured you're not ready, Hat Trick. I understand. Don't get in a habit of missing too many of those Tuesdays, though. I need to see Hat Trick up there. And man, Hat Trick and Kenny both, and Foxy wasn't there. It was awesome, but it's just you can tell when you ain't got them up there.
Yeah.
I think Kenny.
And I forgot all about it.
Yeah, I know. Jess came up there, and we got y'all shouted out and everything. I was wondering if you'd pop in or not.
I was planning on to, but I just got into something else and forgot all about it. I didn't hardly turn on my phone yesterday evening.
It's easy done,
yesterday
man.
At all. So late.
Kenny, he didn't get up. He said he was late getting back from work, but truth no, Danny might have him barred from live streaming for a while.
Who's that?
Danik and Kenny. Danny might have him barred after his storytelling Monday night for a while.
Yeah. No, that was
like say he even
Yeah.
stood up and reenacted and everything.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I even went back and watched it 2 or 3 times.
Crazy boy.
Yeah, it was fun.
Appreciate it, Hat Trick. Hat Trick, I've been asking everybody, when Father Fish, I don't know how much longer he's got in his store and everything, but when he leaves, is he going to keep on streaming, or is he going to wait till he gets to his new move and everything?
I don't know anything about that.
It's finally warmed up for you, I guess, Chubbs. It's warmed up here. We're going to hit 70 today, I think.
Oh, yeah? That's good.
But I imagine y'all have warmed up down there, haven't you?
The low today is going to be 59 and the high is going to be 75.
75. Yeah, it's some good weather there. Stephanie. Yep. Appreciate Stephanie.
I think we're going to be getting into the 80s this weekend.
Yeah, they show about a 10-day forecast, and I think we're in 50s and 60s the whole time.
Yeah, I think Saturday and Sunday is supposed to be in the 80s.
That'd be sweet.
Hey, Terry, when he said 75, you paused. Your mind went somewhere.
Yeah. I probably went back in 1975. That was a good year.
I guarantee you.
18
Wasn't it?
years old.
It was.
18 years old and back in 1975, man, I'd go back.
I hear you.
Had a 68 Camaro at the time.
Right on.
You know how they say if you can go back, you'll go do this or do that.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't go back, man, because I would take a chance of missing out on my kids. Because there's
Well,
consequences and repercussions for everything any changes you make.
yeah, I know it. That's the problem, man. I always said if I could go back, and you couldn't do it, but you would want to take your kids with you. Or if I could go back and just spend a day, I'd love to go back in time, spend a day with my grandparents and stuff like that, and
Okay.
just hang out in the backyard with them for a day or something. But
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be you wouldn't want to leave your kids and stuff, go back and stay there.
Right.
But
Hi, Stephanie.
it'd be fun to go back and spend a day with your grandparents or any of your loved ones or something. I'd even go back. I'd love to go back to Dodge City and Gunsmoke and spend one day in Dodge City.
Oh yeah.
I
I would
might,
go back to the day my father died and say goodbye.
I
yeah,
hear you.
yeah. It's a lot of things you would do, man. But
Yeah.
like I say, you're right. You wouldn't want to go back and just stay back because your kids and everything.
Yep.
What's up, Angler?
Angler feeling pretty decent this morning. That I first woke up, I was struggling. Then I took some inhaler and medication and got feeling better.
Yeah, I agree with you, Terry. I'd go back in the old Tombstone days with old Wyatt Earp and stuff like that when it was real,
I
and I'd like to see
Where you
that.
gotta use them. Where you gotta use the outhouse. That's what you want to go back to.
I would do it for a day.
Yeah, for a couple of days, yeah, but not
Yeah,
not.
I wouldn't go back and leave. And then I said I might not wear a gun belt.
Yeah.
Going in Dodge City with a belt on your side, you might not make it back after that day.
Yeah, or go back to the old pirate days and just ride on a ship for a day or something like that, and then come back. But I wouldn't want to live in that time and era,
Yeah,
but I'd like to see it.
it would be fun to see it, man.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's a lot of people think I'm crazy for saying that, and because they did have hard times and everything, but
Oh
life
yeah.
was simple back then.
It was simple, but it was absolutely harder than it is now.
Oh yeah, life was hard back then, but they didn't know no better. But
No, but I mean that was the way they did it, and we can't do it now. So I mean, what's that
no,
say?
yeah, right. Oh, if something happened and we had to go back to those days,
90% of the people would not know what to do.
they wouldn't make it, man.
I mean, I've studied it. I got books on it. I haven't done it, but I know a little bit more than most.
That's what I love about it, Chubbs. My wife brought me in some of these books and stuff, and if you just read the story and the history back in, I love what reading the history on those days and stuff.
Oh
And
yeah.
What's up, Furlough? And when I was younger, my
What's up,
mother
fellow?
we would travel to Puerto Rico maybe like 2 or 3 times a year. I'm born and raised here, so
yeah,
we go over there, and she makes us stay where she grew up at, and we had to live the way she grew up. And so one day I
Yeah.
get up the nerves and I ask her like, why are we not staying at a hotel? Why we gotta stay here? There's no bathroom, there's no hot water, there's no electricity, like there's nothing here. She's like, oh, you gotta you have to live the way I lived when I was a kid,
Yep.
and that's all to it.
well, you think about it. If we took our kids and made them go back into the '70s for a week, they would go crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my mother did that to us. She literally did that to us. We had to go fetch water and everything. Lose the latrine outside the house. It was nasty. Oh, I think they're having a good laugh at us.
Morning, fish on.
What's up, Tantix?
I got a fat boy in the room, but I don't know who it is, and unless that's Griffin under one of his names, but I can't just let anybody up, y'all. Have to see face and have to recognize you.
I hear you.
Wow, Steve, that's roughing it.
I recognize this one, Mr. Furlow.
What's going on, fellas?
Hello.
Mom. What's up, Furlow?
What's happening, guys?
Yeah, it happens to some streams, but just don't let nobody pop up on your streams.
What happened? Did y'all have a troll last night after I got off?
Oh, no, we had that one. I think he was in there. I got rid of it quick. But I had one just now in the green room. Somebody calling themselves Fat Boy, but they wouldn't show themselves. So,
No.
not in my streams. I got to know who it is. I advise anybody to make sure who you let come up.
Oh, yeah.
And then who's
Griffin's bad about coming up here and won't show his face and come up with these names, and he's got where he'll flash me his picture before and he'll finally come in. He knows I won't let him up unless he shows me his face.
All right.
Well, there was that, I forget whose stream me and you were on, Terry, but it was some guy that like kept wanting to talk about.
And see, that crap just don't fly, man.
Like we kept trying to divert him.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that here, but he just kept going right back to it. It's like, all right.
Kept going back to it, and you could see where it was headed.
It was Swampy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I come in right after that.
He coming up and saying, I know all y'all voted for so-and-so, but he couldn't stay, but he wanted to say something. And you could see where it was going. Yeah. And we kept trying to tell him we'd get away from that stuff on here. Yeah, don't talk about it. Then he'd turn around and just go right back to it.
First rule of Fish Fam is we don't talk about that shit.
Yeah. We're in here to get our mind off stuff for a couple hours.
That's right.
But
that's right.
Then we had one popped up for just a second and sent him back to the basement right quick. But you know what's funny, Furlow? Like I say, I was saying, he must have even gave me a thumbs up because I had 258 thumbs up yesterday and didn't even get a thumbs down out of him. So he must have liked the story.
There you go.
What's up, Bomber?
Stephanie is great, hadn't he?
Joey and Stephanie, how are y'all?
I hated Furlow wasn't in here to see the snake bites. I told everybody last night, I said, that right there. I said, I wish Furlow seen that. I said, that's the reason you don't have snakes.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and watch that one. I have to see Bob getting bit.
Yeah, I might have to go watch that.
Yep.
I appreciated him
he's been kind of iffy since he got that snake, and I bet you
he's real iffy now. He'll be feeding that thing with some long.
Oh yeah, he's gonna start using some tongs that are longer than his leg.
I had my snake out for most of the stream last night. Y'all probably didn't see it. But.
You're going to get it, boy.
He was just crawling around my arm.
What kind you got?
It's a ball python.
That's what his is.
Yeah.
And they do have fangs. You can look at his finger. He was having trouble get the bleeding stopping one of the fang marks.
Oh yeah, their teeth are so sharp. It makes such a good incision that it don't stop bleeding.
Just a love bite, Bombers do.
Oh yeah, they don't bite too hard. When you start talking about a yellow anaconda or retic or something like that, then you get some serious bites.
Yeah.
Any bite is serious, man.
Oh, grass snakes, garter snakes, ball pythons, boas, red-tail boas, they ain't too bad.
You know, you probably do the same thing too, Chubbs. You see those gator hunters and stuff, and they're rolling down the river looking for the gators and stuff, and even Duck Dynasty, and they see a snake swim across the water, and they'll go through there and grab the snake up by their hands and everything. That snake just wrapped around them, biting on their arm and everything.
Oh yeah, if I know what snake it is, I ain't just go grab a copperhead swimming on the top of the water. But I mean, I'll even reach down and grab a little 3-4 foot gator out of the water, you know. Just grab him with one hand, just snatch him up out the water. But I mean, you gotta know how to grab that kind of stuff. And you do it for so long, second nature.
Yeah, I guess. You see, once you see a brutal bite, do YouTube search for the worst monitor bite ever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, monitor bites ain't no joke.
Boy, man, I tell you what, monitors have some power. Like a White's monitor, man, them things are serious.
Yeah, that's what he said that one is. I think a white one.
Monitor.
No, it's a lace monitor, he said.
Oh, lace
Yeah,
monitor.
lace monitors are pretty bad too. Or even like a mangrove monitor.
GRB, that's what Chubbs was saying. Said he had an awesome time over there watching you. I got to go back and see that.
Oh yeah.
It's funny what that wine would do to you, ain't it?
He kept apologizing and said he was missing his tune or whatever, but I tell you what, I was still jamming along every time he made a mistake.
Yeah, I got respect for anybody that can pick up a guitar and just play, like, because I can't. Yeah.
That's it. And I tried. I used to try to play a guitar. I never could get it.
Oh, I tried playing. Just the same.
I'm not musically talented at all.
It's just something you got to hang with, man. That just all of a sudden one day it starts coming together, and
Yeah.
and like I say, I'm not nowhere as good at it or anything, but at least you can just overnight you'll wake up one morning and it just seems like stuff starts coming together. All of a sudden your fingers get to moving. That's the problem, getting your fingers to move like they're supposed to.
Yeah, that would be a problem for me. I got carpal tunnel in both hands.
That hurt you.
My hands will get to where I can't feel my fingertips at all.
That'll hurt you.
I can't feel a cigarette in my hand, and the cigarette will start burning me, and I won't even feel it until I see it or smell it. So I mean, that's how numb my hands are. So to feel strings and everything is impossible.
That'll hurt you. That's my problem right now, where I can't mash down on the chords like I used to and everything, and to get good clear notes and everything.
Oh yeah.
Because my fingers go numb, my hands goes numb and cramps up.
Oh yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Morning, Miss Brienne.
I used to make them paracord bracelets, you know, and I used to make all kind of crazy designs, and it would take me 10, 12, 14, 18 hours to make one bracelet. And then it got to where it would take me 4 days to make the same bracelet. And I just couldn't feel the rope. I couldn't pull on it. I couldn't move it like I needed to. And just the carpal tunnel messed me all up.
Well, you're probably like me, Chubbs, man. It gets where at times I'll pick up a a cup or something, and I'll drop it because you can't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
that you got good enough
Yeah.
grip on it and stuff.
Yeah. Mine's bad. I need to go get the surgery for it. My mom had it real bad too, and she got the surgery one hand one week and one hand the next week, and she never had trouble with it again.
Yeah, I hear people having great success with the surgery.
Oh, yeah. But
Brent,
that was almost 6 years ago, and she died almost 4 years ago.
really?
But hey, after she got that surgery though, she was really doing good. Because I mean, her hands used to bother her so much it would keep her up at night.
Yeah. Oh, I
But
know. My wife, she has a problem with it, and she has to wear a brace on her hands to go to work and everything, and it is painful, man. So
I
it's
don't
funny,
know.
you can have numbness in it in your fingers and stuff, but yet they hurt like crazy too.
Right? That's what Bomber just said. He had it, and then he had it cured too.
Brianne, appreciate you coming in. Appreciate
Hey,
everybody.
Brandon.
We got 10 people in the room.
I think I might have that starting up in one of my hands, because I know some days after I get done painting all day, like my hand, I can barely move my damn hand.
Oh,
I'll tell you
yeah.
something else. I got torn rotator cuffs in both arms and stuff, and I'm bad about sleeping, and in my sleep I'll get my arms above my head, and man, at times I have to drag out of the bed and just let my arms drop because they'll be hurting so bad. And that's from all that carpet installing and lifting and everything.
Right on, Bomber. I'm gonna remember
Y'all over here reminiscing what I'm going through.
that.
Yeah, you're going to go through it, no doubt. In the business you and all of y'all are in.
Talking about it, I'm going through it right now. My hand, hurting, the elbows, arms.
It don't get no better, buddy.
No,
Nope.
But
Tell you what, Catfish, there, I picked me up a couple of real cool looking little catfish yesterday. Some banjo cats.
hey, yeah, somebody told me you got some banjo cats. Are they able to
Yeah.
be shown yet, or?
I can see if I can see one.
But yeah, somebody was talking in the
Oh,
stream last night about that.
yeah. They tiny little suckers.
I love
See if
those banjo cats.
Yeah, I think these is maybe an inch, if that. Oh yeah, here's one right here in front. Let's see.
And
There
how
we go.
big do they get, Chubbs?
I'm not real sure. I know they get quite a bit bigger than this. Camera's not wanting to focus. I don't want to focus. There it is.
Yeah, those things are wicked, man.
So cool.
Yeah.
I like him.
I know Wolfie got some, and he said he's gonna be doing some research on them. He's let me know what he finds out.
It almost looks like a leaf. Like,
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they're weird looking, and but I've seen some bigger ones, but that really they start looking good. I was just wondering how big they got.
Yeah. Yeah, I still gotta do a lot of research on them, but I seen them, and the last time I had seen one in a store was probably 10 to 12 years ago, and they were like $85 a piece for them this size.
wow.
You know, when I seen them for $5 a piece, I just snatched them. You know, I didn't think,
$5, wow.
you know, and Bob told me in the comments, that's about the average going price for them now, and I told him, man, it freaks me out that things that could be so expensive back then are cheap now, and things that were cheap back then are expensive now. It's crazy how the prices change.
Yeah,
Mhm.
look at shrimp going over to it. I guess it's just the fad and everything. And
Oh yeah.
Look at lobster. Lobster used to be
yeah, lobster about as big as the
Uh,
catfish.
the catfish don't even care that the shrimp's on top of
He's trying to get like
them.
back or something.
Just staying still, hidden in plain sight.
I love the shrimp, man.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's a. I wonder what happened to Kevin. Everybody said Kevin had to move out. What happened to his Hillstrand loaches and stuff?
His family's still helping him take care of that, but his grandpa said that he had to leave, and his family, for whatever reason, never really got into it, but they're not helping him out no more. He's staying in a tent, as far as I know, and he's looking for a job.
Well, I know the last time we seen him, I seen him. He was been up like 24 hours, and he was on a pretty good string that night.
Yeah.
But I hope he gets straightened out and find him a place and everything. 10 ain't no good, man, especially in the wintertime.
Especially in Delaware.
Yeah. I hope he finds a job and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty cool little banjos, but I know they can be, once they get a little bit bigger, they can eat some pretty nice sized fish.
That's what I was thinking. They're pretty aggressive, ain't they?
Well, it's not that they're aggressive. They're an ambush predator, and that's their nature. So eventually, he will eat that shrimp that was on top of his head just a little while ago.
Carrie,
Sizing them up.
Yeah,
appreciate
exactly.
you coming in, Science Gal. We missed you last night. Was looking for you. We had another great string.
Morning,
Oh,
Frank.
yeah. He's sizing that shrimp up. He's like, just wait, let me get a couple more inches, and you're gonna be dinner.
That's it.
Yeah.
So they're definitely super cool.
Is it any fish out there would bother the snails, even the big snails?
Oh yeah, they got plenty of fish. The dojo loaches. Um, I know any kind of puffer will eat the snails.
Yeah.
Even the big ones?
Even the pea puffers, even the fajaka puffer will take out the smallest snail. But,
Yeah, I really like those
tell you what's been
bumblebees.
eating them snails I got now is that little musk turtle I got. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, let's go see. I'll show you that musk turtle. I got them staying warm in this little tank over here.
I know that feeling, Science Gal Carrie. We had a great strain though, and for an encore, Bob got up here and got bit by a snake. So
That's cool.
Little bitty turtle. Get them out.
Oh, it's tiny. Wow.
Yeah, little bitty musk turtle.
wow.
I gotta go warm up my truck. If it's too loud, let me know. I'll jump off the stream and get on
No,
some.
it's not too loud, Steve. How big do those get, Chuffs?
Yeah, they get about 6 to 8 inches around, about like your normal green turtle. But he's a feisty little sucker. He's trying to bite me. I know it's not focused in on him. Well, yeah, he's about the size of my fingertip.
Wow.
I got him in a little beta cup and some snails, and he's monging down on there.
No, it was Bob Kaler got bit last night.
Mm-hmm.
If Steve gets bit, Bomber Steve gets bit, he'll be in the hospital because he deals with the deadly snakes.
Yeah. Well, I just got them in this warmer water over here, just in that little catch cup underneath the brace of the tank.
Nice.
He's doing good though.
Yeah, Steve, if I get bit, I'm in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Uh,
One thing
Man,
that
I love that
Losing.
fish right there, man.
that you glue Jack Dempsey. They're beautiful.
They are awesome, man.
Yeah, he's a good one. He's a showstopper, boy.
Did you hear about Furlough finding a 75-gallon tank on the side of the road
Well, that's awesome.
and a stand?
Cool. That's a find of a lifetime.
I had a canister filter with it too.
No crap. That's pretty cool.
Crazy.
I got a
Yeah,
water.
let me show you that. I did this native tank. Put some sand in it and stuff. Check him out.
That's different. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Still got to put some more sand and plant it, but they're looking good.
Yeah.
Now, on that wood, did you mount it to a plate or something?
No, this wood was already sunk. That's just freestanding. That's where they stay.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yep. And
Don't say that that's
the other
forever.
day I went collecting. You see the gambusia that I collected, along with some least killifish. I then threw them in here, and they stay well away from the predators. And, I mean, they did come from the wild, so they know all about them.
Yeah.
They should do good in here. Plan on putting some more sand in here. I just put the sand in there maybe a couple hours ago. Just letting it settle out, and then I'll put some more in the bag with some root tabs and plant everything up.
That's what I need. I need a couple of logs like that for my tank. Since it's so tall, it's hard to get like the top to fill in, from the top.
Yep. That's doing good. I got that Aquaclear 110 on the side of it. Whenever I get ready to put the other 46-gallon on here, I'm gonna cut that back 2x4 out to where I can put that Aquaclear 110 in the back of it.
Nice.
And then that way I have the 46-gallon on top of there.
What's that green stuff on top?
What's that?
What's that green stuff on top?
Duckweed, ain't it?
Duckweed and frog bit, a little salvia.
I'd like to have some of the frog bit, but man, I don't think I want the duckweed.
The duckweed's okay. I mean, if you get tired of it, all you gotta do is just scoop it up. Yeah, just get a net and run it through there a couple times, and it'll be gone. I've had to completely cover a tank, and I've completely uncovered it, and never had it grow back. It's not that bad. Not as bad as people say.
People say, yeah, okay. Yeah, the way people make it sound, they scare me. Like,
Oh, yeah. Some people just talk like, man. Well, Hat Trick Farms, I think it was.
They act like it's the end of the world, and your tank is gonna crash if you got duckweed. It's not true. It is a big help.
I heard them talk about it gets all in their hair and everything, just trying to.
Oh yeah, if you let it get out of control, yeah, it will. Now, if you're trying to do something in there, it will stick to your arm. It will stick to your hand.
Now,
you just shake your hand in the water, and it comes right off.
Let's see if I know what I'm talking about. Is that what they call the filament bars there?
This is the filament bars, yep.
All right, so
My favorite fish.
I'm learning. Yeah, I heard them talking last night. Some of them. Well, you had a beautiful tank, or somebody did, but still their favorite fish was those right there.
Yeah, that was when I was showing the Severn tank last night.
And man, had some awful pretty fish in that tank.
Nice Danios too.
Yeah, I like them films, especially. I don't know if it's just mine, but when the lights first come on, they got like all their colors showing.
Yeah,
Evidently, it's
wrestling.
evidently the camera don't do them justice. Then,
It doesn't. It
because
really doesn't. I mean,
I
they
can't
look
see.
pretty good. They look pretty good on here, but in person, they look 10 times better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't see a lot of color to them.
I'll tell you what, if you see them in person, you'd really appreciate them.
Real.
Sure.
But you can see one of the 14 golden barbs I got back there. They they're starting to come out, but they've been pretty shy so far.
That's a good looking tank. I love all the plants where you got them set up and everything.
The view from the top is pretty awesome. It's kind of low right now
Beautiful.
because I was doing a water change.
So you
Yeah.
another really pretty barb is the black ruby.
So which one?
The black ruby barb.
Oh yeah. Uh, I like these golden top minnows I got too. There's the parent of the smaller one.
Oh, pretty. Got like a little pink tail on them.
Yeah, they got some nice red spots.
Yeah, I like that.
And that is a native. That was locally caught and bred in my tanks.
Really, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Eric, have you got any kind of idea of what you're going to try putting in the 75
All right,
gallon?
Kev, you can take me down.
Not off the top of my head yet, Terry. I got to figure out where the heck I'm going to put that damn thing.
Because you already got about everything out there, don't you?
The only thing I don't have is Oscars. I mean, if I put Oscars in there, it's not going to be permanent for them. Just I'd probably get some baby ones and grow them out because eventually I want to get like a 125 or 150 and just have like about 3 or 4 of them in there and just have that let them have the whole tank.
Oscars are like a hot water goldfish. Have a pug face.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people like them, and they say they're puppy dogs in the tank, which they are. But I don't know. That's my preference. Is I don't like Oscars. But
I know they got an attitude to them at one we had, man.
yeah, they can.
I had a
They
pair
got-
of leopards a couple years ago. I wound up giving them to one of my friends because he wanted them real bad, and I was trying to do something else. And
John Larson, appreciate you.
Hey, John. Thank you, GRV.
I was thinking either Oscars or maybe some kind of bigger South American. Just get it as a juvenile and grow it up, and then put it in, throw it in 150 or something when it gets big enough.
All right.
I'm getting the itch trying to decide whether go ahead. I had plans to put a muscle rack in here and everything on this wall. In the last couple of days, I started getting a thought instead of doing that, just put one good sized tank in here. And I don't know which one I'd be better off doing.
Yeah, for a little, another really good cichlid you can look into is the manganese, the jaguar cichlids.
Yeah,
Those are real nice.
I thought about them too.
Or like a dovi or something like that. Well, with a dovi, you can keep a pair, but usually it's single fish, and you have to have the male and female divided until they're ready to breed. But dovis are pretty awesome, and they get pretty big.
Oh yeah. Yeah, jaguar is definitely on my list of fish to get.
I have a scar on my finger. Let me see if I can focus in on it. You look right. It's not gonna focus, but I have a scar right here on my finger, and it came from a jaguar cichlid.
I can say the little.
I can see a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
A little crest, like, yep, that came from a jaguar cichlid.
Took
That
a
was
little.
about 10
good
inches. My finger opened like he had a fillet knife in his mouth.
Wow.
It was about 10-inch male.
Angler, the sun is shining 50 degrees.
You ever seen a speckled trout's mouth? That's what a jaguar cichlid's mouth looks like.
Yeah, they got them little fangs.
They definitely have teeth.
Yes, speckled trouts are pretty wicked with their teeth and stuff.
Oh yeah, you got a speckled trout teeth with a bass mouth.
Yep. Not a good combination.
They are a formidable predator.
Which even these walleyes around here, man, they got some pretty wicked teeth.
Yep. But there's only 3 times I've ever been ripped open by a fish, and that was one of them.
Crazy. Chewy was bitten by a water moccasin when I was young.
Yeah.
Only fish that ever.
The first time my dad was ever brought to a hospital was when he was 3 years old, and it was because he got bit by a water moccasin. So they lived out on the bayou, and he was born by a midwife, in 1952. And not until he was 3 did he go to the hospital because he was bit by a water moccasin.
Wow. Hey, Bomber Steve, buddy, appreciate you, man. Thanks for stopping in, hanging out with us. And watch those snakes.
See you later, Bomber. Have a good one, man.
Is Amy in here? Did Amy come in?
The only fish that ever got me was a bluefish. I made a stupid mistake, and I put my finger too close to its mouth.
Yeah, there's Amy.
Chomped right down.
Huh. Yep. That was
mouthful of teeth.
Oh yeah.
Slipped by me, Amy. I apologize. Man, I even heard after I got off stream last night. Well, last night, you seen it, Furlough. It's a light got by me last night, but Gamer Raid, I talked to after the stream, she said hi, and you missed a lot of people, and I apologize for it.
I had almost 200 people in there at one point.
Oh, I know it.
After that Prepping 101 raid.
Yeah.
Right on. That was a good stream.
You know, my numbers jumped up to 1,703.
Wow.
But awesome. In 30 minutes, they dropped about 50. And now they're back up to 1,670, I think.
I swear to God, it's when you get a lot of subs at one time, I think YouTube purges you.
Hey, I think YouTube, they do, yeah. Because it wasn't 30 minutes, and they took like 30 or so of them away, 30 to 50.
Yep. Well, I just hit 400 for the second time the other night after my stream and Amy's stream. But Friday for Rose stream, I had hit 400. And as soon as I went up to 402, it knocked me back down to 395.
They do something about it.
402, and it's craziness. It's stupid. There's no way that I'm gonna go up to 402 and then have 7 people unsubscribe immediately. No.
Well, that's the thing. Most time when it happens, it takes 24 hours or something. But these are happening within 30 minutes, so YouTube's got to be doing something. I mean,
yeah, there's no way.
When they're doing it that fast, they're just something's judging it and just taking them right away.
Like I was saying last night, like I keep gaining and losing watch time.
Yeah, that's the
weirdest thing I ever seen.
That happens.
They really need to get on a ball and figure that crap out because I'll tell you what, it's just not right.
Like after that last stream I did, I went up over 12,000 minutes, and now I'm back down to like 11.9.
Yeah, they do, man. Like I say, I can't figure it out. I know they caught on to looping videos and stuff. If you let playlists just loop, they count the first loop, then they'll take away the second loops and stuff. That's reason you need enough content just to keep a playlist going.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Used to, they would count it even when it was looping.
Yep, right on, Angler.
I mean, I guess they just try to keep everybody honest. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
Well, if they
and
want to
see,
keep
they got
everybody
different.
honest, why don't they just take away the robots? You
Yeah.
gotta have a
Well,
real account. You have to have, real people running the account, and then they can obviously tell the difference. They can just block the robots, and they ain't gotta worry about it.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm fixing to say, Chubbs. That's the problem right there. You hit it on the nail head. Is the robots is what's causing all this stuff to get taken away from us.
Yeah, that's just like they got apps and stuff to where you can block the spam callers and all of the spam vision and the crank callers and the why don't they just block all of them
And I don't,
immediately, like
I
from
don't,
the get go? You
I
ain't got to
don't,
do all that.
I don't know if any of y'all played the intentions and look at your messages and stuff. And you're starting to get a lot now where it's got a name and it'll say .030 or and stuff like that.
don't open them.
Report every one of them you get, and they'll take it off there. But
Yeah.
that's something else, man. They're starting to spam your comments and
Yeah,
trying to
Oh
get
yeah,
you to click on them.
you know what it is. It's
oh yeah. I go to them and immediately block them.
But they're starting to put them on a lot more and everything. And
I get
I report every one of them. But that's what I mean. You think YouTube could figure out how, and I'm sure that's being put out by these robots and stuff, and
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
crazy to
hurting
me that
us.
they go and censor the real people instead of blocking the people that are causing the problem.
Yeah, figuring out what's causing the problems. I mean, we get penalized for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple months back, I was unsubscribed from a bunch of people that I always follow, that I always watch, that I would never unsubscribe to, and I was unsubscribed to them. And it happens all the time.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
Angler,
stupid.
you're exactly right. Block the extended car warranty calls would do away with half of the phone calls.
Yeah.
It is
right.
because a lot of times it's trying to get that extended warranty and crap.
Yeah, I mean, why? Everybody hates spam calls and stuff like that. Why would the phone companies let that happen?
Yeah, Carver family. I
That's
tell you,
crazy.
I got to the point I don't answer a phone unless they leave me a message if I don't know them.
Oh, I curse them out
Oh,
lower than a dog, and I'll tell you what, they looking for Jesus when I get done with them, because I tell you what, they ain't gonna call me back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll either curse them out or I'll have fun with them. They'll say, they'll give me their little spiel. I'll be like, oh, hey, speaking of that, would you like to buy a vacuum cleaner?
yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Usually they hang up or they just go silent.
Yeah.
Or I'll just curse them out. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in.
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
think a company the size of YouTube, though, could figure that out and do something to.
Well, I mean, look at the company AT&T. They're the one letting all the spammers come through. They'll even tell you on your phone it's a spam,
Oh, it
potentially
warns you
spam
now.
call.
Yeah,
I
right. It
mean, why would
warns
you
you.
even let somebody call me like that? That's stupid.
Yeah.
They're trying to do like they were doing with landlines, and why would you do that? You got control of that. Why would you let people do that?
Yeah.
They sell your number out.
Say your information and everything, man.
Then you get put on.
Damn thing.
Yes, but then you got to get put on the do not call list for about a million other things in order to stop the calls.
Yeah.
And the emails too. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Believe me, I'm still steaming over them stealing my money off my debit card.
Yeah.
I understand the stealing part, but I'm steaming over them not taking care of it and replacing it.
GRB says, do not buy a vacuum from Daniken.
Yeah.
I would not touch Daniken's vacuum to save my life.
They act like they heard it going as soon as they pulled in the driveway.
Oh, man. That's hilarious.
He said he screamed out and told Daddy to stay out of here. Butcher block. Hands adored
Yes,
boxes with
indeed.
a 12 gauge. Yeah, y'all had an awesome stream though.
Right on, Butcher Block.
Yeah, I can see Kitty tried to sell a vacuum. Only been used a few times by my son.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some Jehovah Witnesses that kept trying to come back over here and talk to me. I opened the door and I threw a shotgun shell, a slug shell. I threw it at the dude and hit him in the chest, and he caught it. And he looked at it, and I said, "The next one you ain't gonna catch. Get the hell off my lawn." And he dropped it and ran.
I don't see them much anymore. They used to be real bad around here.
Yeah, they got the point real quick.
You get a no soliciting sign on your door, and these people still come to your door.
Still do it.
No soliciting. I got a no trespassing without a hiding the body sign hanging in my front yard. And I don't mind the dog, beware of owner.
Chubbs, you ain't never ran across what's his name down there in Louisiana, had you? What's that guy had his reality show? He goes out and gets all those dead trees and stuff.
Oh yeah. You talk about what's his name?
What's his name?
Shelby.
Shelby. Have you ever ran across him?
No, but I do know a couple people that actually do know him, and they say he is actually like that.
I was going to ask you if he's as crazy as he is.
He is as crazy as it seems, and as he puts on the show, he does that every single day, whether there's cameras or not. He is not on any drugs.
I was wondering about
Makes
that.
It really weird because that would explain a lot.
He'll grab a snake and bite the head off of it.
Oh yeah, water bogging.
Yeah, and one bit his lip one time. But I was wondering if that was all a lot doctored up or if he was that crazy.
No, he's really that crazy. We got a saying for somebody like that down here. We call them Sefu Couillon.
And he's always barefooted.
Oh yeah, well I'm always barefoot too. I mean, the only time I put on shoes is when I gotta go in the real world.
Yeah, same here.
He's crazy, man.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious.
I was wondering if it was fake or if it was for real.
Yeah.
That's somebody that I could see making my good partner and hanging out with.
I tell you, it's some money in those logs, ain't it? Old trees.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you get one of them old cut cypress that's been on the bottom for 100 years.
Yeah.
That's got all the wormholes in it. They call that wormwood cypress, and that's one of the most prized woods they got. And
big money.
It goes for major money by the foot.
Yeah, I go barefooted a lot too, but not down in the swamps and stuff, and like they do and stuff.
Well, the reason you go barefoot in the swamp is because you don't want to lose your shoes. Because that mud will grab it and you ain't going to get it back.
Yeah.
Grab a suction. When you're stepping in mud up to your knees and you're walking through there, when that shoe goes down there and it stays, 3 foot in the mud, you ain't going to reach it. You ain't going to get it back.
If I'm walking in the swamp, I need to lose my shoes.
So you're going to be barefoot anyway, so you might as well just get ahead of the game.
I tell you what, I would not ride in a boat with that guy.
Oh no. I wouldn't ride in a boat with him unless I'm driving.
That guy's crazy, man. And I know that part ain't acted because they're sitting there showing them crashing in trees and everything.
Oh yeah, they're crazy over there. I mean, they got some of them boys over there. Well, I'm in the Chafalaya swamp. I had a couple people that I knew from over there, and the way they got their boat set up, it's real narrow aluminum boats, and they got the console all the way in the front.
Wow.
And I tell you what, they go through that cypress swamp and they just bouncing off of them trees left and right and going through there. It'll scare the crap out of you, bro. You'll be praying to Jesus and hoping you live through it. And they just going through it, talking crap and acting like nothing's wrong. And I'll sit there and hold on for my dear life. Boy, get me out this damn boat. I'll never ride with you again.
You could make some good videos, streams down there, videos for YouTube, buddy.
Oh yeah, but that was before I even thought about doing a YouTube.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen any of his shows in a while, but I used to watch him all the time. Just how crazy he was.
The last I heard is that he kicked the camera show. He kicked all the people from the History Channel and the Discovery Channel. He kicked them all off his property and told them they'll never come back or he's going to shoot them.
Really?
And they believed him because
he probably would.
He just got tired of them. He said he just got tired of them, and he's not doing the show no more.
I was always waiting for him to shoot himself where he carried that gun around all the time and everything.
Yeah.
And he had those women he had with him. They was some pretty tough old gals too.
Oh yeah.
Had to.
Two things you don't mess with. You don't mess with a coon ass's boat, and you don't mess with a coon ass woman, period.
Nope. It was another Cajun show I always loved down there was that guy who owned the fish market, and they would go out and catch gators and crawfish and everything and bring them and sell them to them. I forget the name of that, but it had what was his name? His dad and that little short guy. He stayed in trouble a lot. The little blonde-headed guy. But that guy ran that seafood market. He seemed like a real neat guy.
I don't think I know.
Furlough, Chubbs.
What up, man?
I'm trying to think of the short guy's dad passed away, got cancer and passed away, but his son would stay in jail all the time over something.
I don't know who that is.
I held it together last night, Furlough. I thought I was going to blow a gasket, but I managed to hold it together.
I know when I was in there, you were getting ready to.
Oh yeah, it was right on the edge. It was right on the edge from a meltdown.
McDodge, I don't think I've seen this to you. Hey, Butcher, did Boston lose?
They did. If they lose against the Hawks tonight, Furlough, you're going to want to be in that chat. If they lose tonight, watch what happened. Watch what happened about 11:15 tonight. If they lose, watch what happened.
I can about imagine.
We used to get those Jehovah's Witness salesmen a lot.
Yeah.
We used to get them all the time, but it ain't been as bad in the last few years.
It's funny how much persuasion a 12 gauge has.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Just opened the door and I was like, "What's up?" They didn't say two words to me. They just turned around and left.
Yep.
I always get these guys, the company that does solar panels around here. They walk the neighborhood like.
Oh, they've been doing that. Yeah, they've been doing that here recently, the last couple of years. The solar.
Last time they knocked on the door, I mean, both my dogs are at the door, scratching at the door, like barking and growling and snarling, and they wouldn't go away. So I walked out. I was like, and they're like, "We want to talk to you about solar panels." I was like, "Well, I want to talk to you about following simple instructions."
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Or that's chrome with red lettering. I said, if you can't follow simple instructions, I'm not going to buy solar panels from you. Now go.
That's right.
Look
Yeah,
like
it's always fun to
snow.
have a stranger come to my door, and the first thing they see is a 75-pound black pit bull. They start jumping, even though she's the sweetest dog ever, and she won't hurt a thing. But man, I tell you what, it'll make somebody run real quick.
It
Yeah,
makes
it'll
it,
keep
yeah,
them away.
it make them think a little bit. Do I really want to do this?
Definitely. Yep,
I
definitely.
got, I got, I have 5 letters for them to follow. Very simply,
Yep,
GTFOH.
that's right. I know what you're saying.
Those 5 simple letters can save you a lot of aggravation, there, buddy.
That's right.
Catfish, did I ever tell you I had my condo door get kicked in the middle of the night? Ever tell you that story?
No,
So like 2 years ago, me and the girlfriend went out. We were out late. We came back about, I don't know, 1:30, 2 o'clock, and we were winding down, just getting ready for bed. And so you know what, Catfish, you know what a mudroom is, right?
a what?
A mudroom, it's like there's like a little miniature room, and then so the way my condo is designed is I have a mudroom so there's a door, and then there's a mudroom, like a little miniature room for you to like take your shoes off, and it's kind of like a
Oh,
little
yeah.
miniature porch, right? So like
Yeah.
there's the door to the mudroom, and then there's the door to my condo. Well, they pried the door to the mudroom open. This was at like 2 a.m. So we're getting ready to go to bed, and like we literally shut the lights off. We shut the lights off downstairs, and we're getting ready to go to bed, and the door gets kicked in. The front door, not the mudroom door. The front door gets kicked in with force. It physically hit it hit the wall. They kicked it in with enough force that it hit the wall. It like banged off the wall. So I have strategically placed some pew-pews around the house to make sure that just in case I need them. So I grabbed one, and I ran downstairs, and luckily for whoever it was, they thought twice about actually setting foot in my apartment, in my little condo there. But yeah, they kicked the door in the middle of the night.
People crazy, boy.
Yep. That'd be a really bad idea to try to do that at my house, because I tell you what, I hear every little creak and crack that goes on in my house. And like you say, I have pews hidden in certain spots where I can get to them and nobody else knows about them.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not afraid to use them. If you come in my house, I'm shooting first and then asking questions later.
The safety was off and it was ready to roll. Because I thought somebody was in the house.
I'll give them a warning shot through the wall.
When I got down there, right? when I got down to the door, right? When I got to the door, it was like open. So I thought somebody had made it in. So I checked I had to run through the whole bottom level. You know what I mean? I made sure that there was nobody there before I kind of like dropped my guard. But for like a good 10 seconds, I thought there was someone in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Not good. Not a good feeling.
Nope.
No, it's not, because like it's really not. That was an interesting night. Because we called the police and reported it.
Yep.
Because and I don't think I've ever reacted that quick. Because like I pulled the little side piece that I have under the bed out, and I tossed it on the bed, and I said, if somebody comes up this, if somebody comes in this room that's not me, I told my girlfriend, I was like, if someone comes in the room that's not me, pull the trigger until it stops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt, man.
And then I ran downstairs and got my other big bore to handle problems downstairs, and I made sure. But that was like it was probably only a 2 to 3 minute exchange, but it felt like an hour.
Oh yeah, I mean once your adrenaline starts going, it's on.
But there's been a couple of times, like there's been a lot, like as of like the winter time around the coast, people think that there's not a lot of people home in these because where I live, it's close to the water and it's surrounded by condos that are basically uninhabited for like 4 or 5 months out of the year. People are just gone, so they've been trying to break into people's cars and just kind of like scavenge the area as of late. You know what I mean? Because I live on the ocean, so where I live, for 5 months out of the year, 3/4 of the town is gone, like gone. They're vacation homes. So people try and do some sketchy things in the off season, in the winter season.
Well, anymore, Butcher, that's used to it all go on at night, but anymore, man, broad daylight.
Oh yeah.
At a gas station, at a red light, or anything.
Oh yeah. It's the off season around here, the cold season. From May to October, they don't usually try anything, but you get past October, from October to March, April, that's when you see all of the like small property damage and people, that's when people try and steal stuff because nobody's here.
Yep, right.
Half
Hey,
the
Chewy,
town,
you're right
half
about
the
that
town
ban.
disappears.
Anywhere below the Mason-Dixon line, you cannot have piranha.
Yep.
I'd love to have them down here. You can't get them.
Really?
You can't get what, Chubbs?
Piranha.
Oh.
Any type of piranha.
Reckon
you can get them up north in the northern states, but you cannot have them down south.
I reckon it's because they're scared people start turning them loose and
They
stuff.
say they would release them, but I've seen piranha. I've actually, for years, I would always look at pacu tanks, with all the baby pacu, and look for baby piranha.
Dude,
I knew what the
those
difference
pacus
was.
are a gnarly looking fish.
Now, as a baby pacu, look almost identical to piranha until you put a piranha next to a baby pacu. And then you can notice the difference. But if you don't really know the difference, you're not going to really notice the difference. Every pet shop I'd go to, I'd always look at the pacu and look at them really good and make sure I wasn't a red belly. And one day I did actually find 3 red belly piranha in a pacu tank. I said, "Hey, I need those 3 fish. No, not those 3, those 3." And I actually had 3 piranha in the tank, and I was amazed myself. And don't you know, the heater went out and they died, and the water only got down to 60 degrees. So I mean that's normal down here, and they died immediately.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
Like cold water.
Yeah, they're definitely they're definitely tropical. They need that warm.
Oh
water.
yeah, they got to have the warm water. But yeah, the temperature dropped down to 60 degrees and they died. I was upset, boy, because that was the only time I was going to ever be able to have piranha. Because they are illegal, but they just so happened to have 3 of them in a tank that one time that I looked at the pacu tank, and boy, I was happy as can be.
Hey, what they don't know won't hurt.
Yeah, that's right. That's how I was looking at it. Because I mean, they had them as pacu, and I had a receipt saying that I bought 3 pacu, so I had my backup.
Yeah.
But easy come, easy go.
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna drop down. I get ready for work.
What time is it, Joe?
It's about 7:15.
About 7:15. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 8:15 here.
Yeah.
I'll probably hang around to about 7:30, and I'll probably get off here. I'm going to lay down and get me some sleep. I ain't had much sleep. We, like I say, we streamed for 3.5 hours last night. Butcher, you need to go back and see our stream last night. Bob was in there feeding a snake. He got bit by a snake.
I'll have to go watch that.
It was pretty
Yeah, I
neat.
won't like that.
We had a good stream of.
Yeah, that was a good one last night.
There was a couple of times when I used to feed my bearded dragon when he was bigger. I used to feed him the little pinkies like once a week, or once or twice a week. And
Yeah.
that's a couple of times where that dude almost got a hold of my finger. And I've heard that when they bite you, it ain't a fun experience.
No.
Well, it depends on if it's a defensive strike or if it's a predator. You know, like a feeding strike.
Yeah,
A feeding strike is going to be worse because they're going to actually grab on and hold,
yeah.
and
See,
you know
that's
it's
what
going to be
there was a
deeper.
couple of times where he almost got a hold of my thumb. And from what I've
Oh yeah,
heard, it's not a fun experience when they bite you.
it's not. I mean, they do have razor sharp teeth in their mouth, and they have a lot of them. I've never been bit by a big snake, even though I've had big snakes. I've been bit by a lot of smaller snakes. The worst bite I ever had actually came from a 8-inch yellow anaconda. It was pretty much freshly hatched, and that was a bad bite. That little sucker dug in deep, and I'd hate to get bit by a bigger one.
Those anaconda teeth are like backwards hooks, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty much anchors. They're not gonna let go.
Yeah.
And not only are they're curled backwards, but they're also serrated to where they pretty much cannot be ripped out.
Yeah. I've heard that a lot of those.
Is Steph leaving?
I've heard it. I've heard a lot of those constrictors' teeth, like they're no fun to get bit by.
Oh no, probably a reticulated python would probably be the worst.
Steph,
I would want to get
appreciate
bit
you.
by.
My neighbor, when I was growing up, had a 12-foot python. It was massive. It's probably the biggest snake I've ever seen in my life.
Probably a Burmese, huh?
Besides like an anaconda in a museum, but like as a pet, it was.
Yeah, it was probably a Burmese.
Foot.
Yeah, it's probably a Burmese python.
It was huge.
Oh, saying
These are Burmese or reticulated.
I mean, it was. The head was the size of my hand. It was massive.
Yeah, that sounds like a Burmese. I had a 14-foot Burmese that had her own room in her house in my house, and one of my friends had a 10-foot male, and he brought him over to breed with my female. We put him in a room, and the door to the room opened into the room. So when we closed the door and we locked it, from the outside, we thought they were going to be good because I had bars on the inside the window instead of outside, just to keep the snakes in, but they started, when snakes breed, they twist up together. And they twisted up together right in front of that door, and they put just enough pressure to push the whole frame out. And the whole frame and the door came crashing in, and we jumped and screamed, like, what the hell? We didn't know we thought they were knocking the house down.
Maple Street, appreciate you.
Oh yeah, it was funny after the fact, but then we just had to let them do it. Finish their business in the hallway.
Yeah, probably scared the crap out of you when it happened.
Oh yeah. You hear a big boom, boom, boom. You don't know what the hell was going on. You thought they were ripping the house down.
Well, you got two giant snakes in there trying to tear stuff up.
Oh yeah, nature
If
calls.
you get two giant snakes like that, you deserve to have your house tore down.
I tell you what, they had about 100 babies. That made a lot of money.
Chubbs, don't they have a hunting season for those pythons in Florida?
Yeah, right now they do. Yeah.
And even I think down in Louisiana too. Don't they have like hunting?
No,
season?
we don't have the pythons. The only reptile that I know of that we have that's invasive is the curly-tailed anole.
Yeah.
They're getting real bad in Florida.
Yeah,
but they don't come up above. They don't come up above Orlando. Orlando was the last time, the furthest north they've seen them.
They talk like they about wiped out the wildlife in the Everglades, man.
I don't believe that. You see
That's
pictures.
what they're saying. They're saying 75% or something. That's hard to believe.
I can see them getting to the possums. I can see them getting to the armadillos. But otters are too smart, beavers are too quick, and coons are probably going to eat more of the snake babies than the snakes eating the coons.
Yeah.
You know, the raccoons.
Yeah, because
You know,
they'll dig the eggs up, right?
Yeah.
oh yeah, definitely. They'll go take the eggs from the mama.
Gnarly, appreciate you.
But yeah, I don't see it, you know, completely wiping it out. Yeah, it's gonna have an effect, but it's also gonna have an effect on the wildlife too because they got more snakes to eat.
Yeah.
You know, when they're small like that, you know, it's gonna feed the hawks, it's gonna feed the ospreys, it's gonna feed the snooks and the redfish and the bass, and you know, it's gonna feed a lot of other animals too. But you know, it's nature, it's wildlife, and you know, everything's a prey item. It just depends on how big you are.
Oh yeah, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
I know they're predicting for them to go more south. I mean, more northern. So I don't know how
So,
far they'll
we see that
go,
little
but
freeze that we
Well,
just got, that would completely wipe them out.
would it?
Absolutely. They cannot stand that weather.
the cold, right?
And if you,
The cold will do them in.
Yeah, like
oh
this
yeah, they cannot be frozen. They catch pneumonia just like we do.
these
You
last
know,
couple
they get too cold and that's it. They can't do it.
these
And
last couple
the further north you get, like coming towards me, you have less rocky terrain, less caverns for them to hide in because it's all marsh. There's
yeah.
nowhere for them to duck down into. So you either have to be in water or they have to be on land where there's nowhere to hide. So they're not gonna make it.
Yeah, these last couple of weeks we had here probably would have killed a bunch of them.
I guarantee you.
All that winter weather we had here.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing. Something on my bucket list is I wanna get on a hog hunt.
Come on down to Louisiana. I'll put you on 50 of them. Bro, we go riding around in our boats with our ARs and 3 or 4 mags, and we just go to town. Mag after mag, and wiping them out.
Science Cow said, sounds like I would be prey at Chubb's house.
Yeah,
No
that was
doubt.
years ago, but
Remind me
yeah, I
not
don't have no snakes now.
to go by Chubb's house.
No, I don't have any snakes now.
The dog be bad enough.
Oh, my dog is a sweetheart.
I had
Yeah.
for year the first dog we ever owned was a boxer, and he had the cropped ears, and he was like probably 90 pounds of just solid muscle, like solid as a rock muscle. And he would sit at sit at attention in the yard. The male guys wouldn't come up to the mailbox because they'd take one look at him and be like, yeah, nope. But little did they know that dog was like the sweetest thing on the planet. Wouldn't even hurt a fly.
Yep.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get down here.
Appreciate you, Eric.
Lucky if you got a bark out of him. Never mind, like going and trying to go, attack someone. You'd be lucky if he barked at you.
Yeah.
Yep. And see, the pit bull is not the one you have to worry about in my house.
Yeah, exactly.
My stepdaughter Chihuahua, you got to worry about. That little sucker will bite you.
Great having Furlough, y'all. Appreciate you.
And my stepdaughter's Chihuahua now, that little thing will bite the crap out of you.
them little ankle biters are you gotta watch out for.
That little thing is nippy. He tried to bite me one time. I grabbed a blanket and grabbed him and threw him outside. He ain't never tried to bite me again.
Dude, them little ankle biters are bold. They're bold. They'll go after anything.
Yeah.
They think they can whip a lion, man.
Oh yeah, dude, no fear.
Hey, that little Chihuahua got more heart and more backbone than my pit bull. I guarantee you that.
I had mine for 14 years, and he got killed trying to stand up to a German Shepherd, man, that ran in the yard.
The only thing that Chihuahua won't stand up to is my great cat Amir. But Amir has the heart and the soul of a lion. I guarantee you that. That cat don't back down from nothing and nobody.
My
That cat stood down a Rhodesian Ridgeback that was 185 pounds. And when I
Wow.
say that cat has the heart of a lion, yeah, because a Rhodesian Ridgeback in Africa hunt lions, and that Rhodesian Ridgeback stood down.
my cat took a swing at a 110-pound Rottweiler. That was interesting.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, especially cat his size. I believe it.
Oh yeah, my cat's no pushover.
Yeah.
Uh, and my great cat is just a regular little tomboy cat or whatever you want to call him. Gray and white.
Yeah,
But he earned my respect because he got a heart of gold. As soon as he sees that you're a good person, he'll come jump on your lap and let you pet him. But if he don't know you, you ain't gonna touch him.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
it's fun.
see
It's
some of
funny.
these.
It's funny. You ever want to get the judgment of a character of a person? Stick them in a room with a dog or a cat and see what happens.
That's it.
You see some of these 911 calls where people calls in where their cat's got them cornered in their bedrooms and stuff, and they can't get out.
And see, with my dog, I take her on a tugboat with me all the time.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we would have jobs pushing a living quarters barge where the people would go work on the all field platform or something like that. And then they can stay on the living quarters. So they got like 20 or 30 people on there at a time. And my dog, as soon as the crew would get there, she'd go jump on the barge off of the boat and just go greet everybody. Just go say hello to everybody. And never had a problem, and they change out crews every 3 or 4 days. And, 30 new people would show up and she'd go see everybody. And everybody loved her. And she loved everybody. But there was only one person that she's met that she did not like. And it was a dude that came and installed my Wi-Fi box. And I ain't never seen the hair on the back of this dog stand up and her sit there and growling at somebody. Only him. When she did that, I did not fuss her. I said, dude, do what you have to do and get the hell out my house.
Oh yeah. They know. They know. You ever want to get the true judgment of someone's character as a person?
I don't know what he did or what he was about, but he was not right in the head or something. I don't know. But that dog told me that he needed to go.
Yeah, you gotta go, bro. You gotta go. That's how
my dog don't like you. Something is wrong.
Yeah, they can sense stuff like
that. She is definitely suited to being in crowds and stuff like that. She's used to that. She's used to being around strange people. She's used to having people pet her all the time. If that dog don't like you, something is seriously wrong with you.
Yeah. My second, I've had 3 boxers through the years, and my second one was like that. There were only 2 times in his 12-year life where he would like you said, they would just greet everybody, and they have like the best. The boxers, bull mastiffs, pit bulls, like they have like 9, like most of, they catch a bad rap, but they have good temperaments. You know what I mean? And they'll go up and they'll sniff and they'll make friends.
It's only the owner that makes a bad dog.
Oh yeah. So and they'll, he would go up and, like you said, just make friends with everybody. He took one look at this dude, and like you said, the hair on his back was straight up into the air, and the teeth were showing and everything. And I was like, whoa, because never done that. I had to strap the leash on him because I usually just leave him be in the yard. We used to just leave him be in the yard. I had to put the leash on him and put him on his run, because like he was whatever that dude was that walked, whatever was.
Whatever was wrong with him. Something was wrong with him. I don't know what, but something was wrong with him.
Oh, my
dog ain't never done that to nobody ever.
Oh yeah, they can absolutely sense it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that makes you cautious too, because you're like, dude, like.
Oh yeah, because I've seen my dog around a crowd of new people, and she's never acted like that. And she have new people come on a boat all the time, that she's never met before, and she'll come in and she'll look at them and she'll just go up and wagging her tail and pet them, let her pet them, and she don't ever have a problem with nobody. And for her to act like that with that dude, buddy, you got to get the hell out of my house.
So, Chubbs, you would take that boat all the way out to the oil platforms and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got a lot of inshore stuff, too. I wouldn't go, 20 miles out like that. I wasn't on a big enough boat for that. But, below Venice, there's no roadway, so everything is accessed by boat.
Yeah.
And I'd go out there, 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time with the dog and everybody else,
Have you ever went out on the shrimping boats and shrimped any?
I've gone trawling, I've done that. I've done that before. I've gone shark fishing. That's fun. The long line sharks.
Shark fishing is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
At shrimping, that'd be a lot of work on those big shrimping boats, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you'd be surprised. They have that stuff down to a science.
Oh, they do.
They run them, especially like we have the squid boats around here. Like down south has got all the shrimp boats, right? We have the squid boats up here, and they're a well-oiled machine. You want to talk about they run those squid boats and those cod boats like it's like
here's a leader that we run on a long line out there. You can see the size of the hook.
Oh wow.
And the size of the mono.
Yeah. The long liners dude, the way they catch the swordfish around here, it's insanity.
Look at that.
Wow.
Now that's a connector.
All the seals around here. So we have like a government mandate protecting all the seals around here. So the longliners around here hate them because they mess with all their gear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but that's 250-pound mono. Yeah, that's where we catch bull sharks and tiger sharks and hammerheads and makos and whatever you want. We catch it on that.
We have the shark fishing around here is the blues and the mako.
Yeah, see catfish the way this
And if you're that crap crazy enough, you could try and go for a great white.
Slip in like this. Let's see.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
See, so once it clips in, it's there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it works good. And then when it comes up, all you gotta do is squeeze it, and it pops right off. Yep, that'll catch you a shark right there.
It's crazy.
They have a every summer they have a shark tournament up here for the blues and the makos.
Yep.
And you'd be surprised. You'd think you'd have to go, pretty far offshore to get the blue and mako sharks. 10 miles will get you a shark.
Oh, 10 miles. We ain't even got to go that far over here. Are you talking about the mouth of the Mississippi River?
10 miles will get you a blue or a mako easily.
Oh yeah, we go. You go down to the mouth of the Mississippi River, right across from Venice, Louisiana. They got a bayou called Baptiste Colette that goes right out to the Chandelier Sound and Britain Sound, which is on the going towards Mississippi off of the river.
Yeah.
And as soon as you get to the mouth of the Baptiste Colette, we start throwing our long line out. We're not even 100 yards from the bank, and you start catching sharks right there.
Really?
We've caught bull sharks in the river all the time, tiger sharks in the river all the time. The river low like it has been down to 4 or 5 foot in New Orleans. You catch makos, you can catch tarpon, you can catch grouper and everything inside Venice in the river, in the Mississippi River.
The tarpon is one I'd like to get hooked up with. I've heard that fight is legendary.
Oh yeah, that's
I I heard they have caught those bull sharks pretty far up in the river too.
They've had bull sharks caught in St. Louis, Missouri.
I was just gonna say, I think they've yanked them out in Missouri.
Wow.
Yep, they had a
And
12-foot bull shark caught in St. Louis, Missouri.
that's like 1,000 miles up the river.
That's crazy.
That's almost 2,000 miles up the river. I mean,
Wow.
in a straight
See,
line,
like
yeah, it's
that's
probably 1,000, but with the curves and the way the river bends, it's almost
with all the
2,000.
with all the runs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Greg, appreciate it.
that's right, Greg.
I think
Sportsman
I think
Paradise.
a lot of people don't realize how big the Mississippi is. The Mississippi's huge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 1.5 miles wide at the mouth of the river.
At some point, yeah, dude, it's massive.
But it's funny how those sharks can live like that up in that.
Oh yeah, well, bull sharks has a way to regulate the salinity in its body,
And
so
yeah,
they
the
can
salt,
go
they
into
can
fresh water and they
yeah.
can live permanently in fresh water. It's been proven. You know, in Australia they got a little river that was dammed, you know, back in the 1800s, and they have bull sharks in there still to this day. Jeremy Wade proved that. You know,
Crazy.
and you know they can live in fresh water. They absolutely can.
Because he was catching them up the river there in River Monsters.
Yeah, and that river that was dammed off and blocked off from the sea in the 1800s, they had sharks attacks on horses. They had people getting bit by sharks in that freshwater river, and he went there and he caught one. And yeah.
Yeah, that's unreal, man.
Oh, it's crazy with those, and those bull sharks are nasty, like nasty.
Oh yeah, they're scavengers, bro. They're definitely scavengers. They don't care. They're not fussy. They don't fear easy. I mean, I've been surf fishing on islands right there, but if you look at a map of Timberleer Island, I was surf fishing in knee deep water, and we'd have to keep our hands, you know, have to keep our eyes looking down, and every so often you'd have to slap the water, you know, and put your tip of your pole down in the water to chase the little bull sharks away, you know, because they come and try to get at your feet.
It would, dude. It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, a little 1 or 2 foot, 3 foot bull sharks, man, they come right up to you, bro, like they're nothing, like it's nothing.
So we got the great whites up here now in Cape Cod where I'm at, right? It's we got the great whites up here because of all the seals. And the new kind of theory that they're working on now is that they're trying to prove is that they're not leaving, which would be really bad for Massachusetts and Cape Cod.
Well, I mean, they got great whites in the Gulf of Mexico. That's been proven. They've caught them. They've caught them right there off the coast of Louisiana. You know, small great whites. You know, only about 6 or 7 feet long, 5 or 4 foot, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 foot long. That's a baby great white. So they're breeding over here, and then they're going up north for the cold water for the food.
So the prevailing theory right now is that they follow the humpback migration, and that's why they come up here. You know what I mean? Because the humpbacks come up here in the summertime to feed.
Yeah, they follow the krill. They follow the food.
Yeah, so the humpbacks are following the krill, and then the great whites are following the humpbacks. You know, so that's how they get up here. And once they get up here, they realize that we have a government mandate protecting the seal population up here. So, dude, there's 50 to 75,000 of these things up here, you know, in the summertime. And they get up here and they realize that they don't have to chase those humpbacks around anymore. They can just feed on the seals, and they stay. Well, the prevailing theory
following the humpbacks, because the humpbacks are following the food chain. You know, everything's following that food chain. You know, the krill are moving, so the little fish are moving after the krill. The humpbacks are moving after the krill, and then the great whites are moving after the things, everything that's chasing after the krill. You know.
So what they're thinking that's happening though is because they over the past 5 years they've gotten pictures from guys who run these cod boats and these squid boats and a lot of these lobster boats, and you know the guys that have byproduct catch. They've pulled in over the past 5 years. They've pulled in 3 baby like 4 or 5 like 4 foot great whites in like December, November, December,
Mhm.
which basically means that if it's that little, they're breeding here, which means that they're not leaving. They're not leaving when the
Yep.
humpbacks leave to go south to get
Oh
to the
yeah, if they find a
to go.
good spot where they got warm enough water to breed and food year round, they're gonna stick.
That's
Some of them are gonna migrate and some of them ain't. That's been proven too.
so that's what they're
Up
trying
the
to
coast
prove
of
now up here.
California down to Baja, they proved that too.
Yeah. That's what they're trying to prove up here now is that a small portion of those great whites, most of them may leave, but what they're trying to prove is that a small percentage of them are here year round, and
No, I
that's
wouldn't doubt that at all.
because I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding you. Every year that they come up, that the Oceanographic Institute and like Greg Skomal, the guy from Shark Week, they're like base. The Oceanographic Institute, the base is here on Cape Cod,
Yep.
and they're trying to prove that if this is true, that's bad because every year they tag like 60 new great whites up here. Every year, it's
Yep.
it's
Well,
becoming a major problem. And somebody 2 years ago,
well, it's
somebody got their 2 years ago, someone got their leg bit off and they died.
yeah.
Like
Well, I mean, it's a problem for who? I mean, if a man's holding a snake and he gets bit, who do you blame, the
oh
snake or the man?
no, I know
You
you're
know?
we're in their domain. We're in their
Exactly.
domain. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if your snake bites you, it's because you was doing something wrong. Now, it's not that the snake's doing anything wrong. The snake's living his life, and
Now,
you're in his
now,
percentage.
oh yeah, no, absolutely. It's when you get in the ocean, you're no longer the top of the food chain. You're part of it.
That's it. You're in their domain. You're interfering with their lives. And if they bite you, that means you were doing something wrong.
Oh yeah, or you're in their territory. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're still out there in a little kayak.
Right. Oh, we take kayaks and pirogues out there all the time, us. But
Those
we're going out there
Piros
to
are
hunt
little
them.
tough boats, aren't they?
What's that?
Those Piros, they're little tough boats, aren't they?
They're hard to get used to. They're a lot skinnier and a lot rounder than a kayak.
To me, they would flip so easy, but those guys swear by them down there in Louisiana.
If you're used to a kayak and you try to get on a pirogue, you will flip it. I
Really?
promise you. Yeah,
But
you can't go moving around on the pirogue.
everybody loves those
will roll.
Piros down there in Louisiana, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, a pirogue will get in 4 inches of water with a 250-pound man in it, where a kayak needs at least 6 inches to float.
Really?
A pirogue, the way that they designed it, they're designed for the bayou. They're designed for the mud and the muck and the shallow water.
But
Yeah,
they
so you
will turn over
can glide-
easy, huh?
you can
They
glide
will
through.
turn over easy, absolutely, and they will sink quickly, especially if you get some of the older ones that are made out of cypress.
I've seen them go out and get those gators in those things, man.
Oh yeah, we go out of them all the time.
I'd like to
But,
go gator
gator
hunting.
hunt's fun. The biggest one I personally shot was 11 foot.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. It'd be fun.
You get them up to the boat, you hit them with that bang stick, right?
We use a 22.
22 rifles.
Yeah, I use
Yeah.
22 rifle. I got a 10-22 takedown that I use.
Chubbs, you know what I'm talking about, right? Those bang sticks, right? Where you just
Yeah, I know what you're talking about with the bank sticks. They got to use those in Florida,
do they?
but over here in Louisiana, we use a rifle.
You can actually shoot them. They ain't got to be on a line. You can actually sit back and shoot them swimming, can't you?
You could, but it's not. If they're swimming and you shoot them in open water, they're gonna sink.
Yeah.
You have to get there and get a hook on them before they sink.
Yeah, I've
So-
seen them shoot them on some of those shows, and they
Yeah,
use a
sometimes they
grab
shoot 'em
line
they
and throw
can't
out
find
there.
'em.
Yeah, they use grab lines to find them
Yep.
and everything.
Oh yeah.
I've seen them use like jug line, like big like buoy like jug line, and then they'll get them wound up, and they like you said, they pop them.
Trout lines.
Yeah, pop them with the rifle because those
Yeah.
like floats will keep them from sinking when they hit them.
Well, I mean, an 8 foot gator can pull down a three gallon jug,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's only gonna hold that 3 gallon jug down for about 5 to 10 minutes, and it's gonna wear him out so much that he's gonna have to come up.
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
but
dude, that now see that would be a cool skin to have on the wall. I would get that. I would get that skinned and mounted and put up. That would be a cool. That would be a cool mount.
Yeah, it would.
well, let me see here. Since we're on the subject of gators, let me change my picture. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's me just playing with a little 4 footer.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously I'd take that gator tail and go to town on that.
Oh yeah. The best meat's in the tail and in the throat.
I've heard like the what's that, like the jaw muscle is really good too. The
Yeah,
jaw.
that's
The
what I'm
jaw.
talking about. The throat. You see, if you look at my picture right there, where I'm holding him on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
front, underneath the jaw, the jowl or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
That's the most tender pearl of meat you can find on a gator, and it's good. And you get up to about a 6 well, I don't kill any gator under 7 feet because it's just not enough meat for me to play with.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
you get that 8 foot gator, then you start getting,
I hate
your
stupid people. Great having you.
all that good stuff on them.
I taught
But
I'm t-
a skinny 8 foot gator, you get 5 gallons of meat off of it. 5 gallon Ziploc bags full of meat.
How big a gator?
About an 8 footer. A
8 footer.
skinny 8 footer, you get about 5 gallon Ziploc bags full of meat, no bones.
Wow.
I'm telling you though, that gator tail that I had was freaking that was delicious. Oh, that was
Oh yeah.
probably some of the best tasting
Hey,
wild
stupid
meat
people.
I've ever eaten.
Steph, how you doing?
Y'all,
That
I-
that gator tail was good.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I've been streaming 2 hours, but I'm about played out of gas.
Yeah.
Catfish
It
about
happens sometimes.
to fall asleep on stream.
I'm about to hit that bed, man. We streamed
I
last night for 3.5 hours, so it was almost midnight,
know.
and I had to take her to work this morning. So, but man, it's been another awesome stream, y'all. I appreciate everybody, and y'all don't
Not a
forget to
problem.
go check Science Gal out, y'all. They had me on their show Sunday. Awesome, had
Yep.
a great time over there.
Yeah, we had them on down the bayou already too, and it was a
Awesome
blast.
people, man, and Chubbs, y'all had a great stream. Everybody, man, just make sure you got
Yeah.
each other. Go over there and watch Butcher have his meltdown on the Boston Celtics. Steve, buddy, still with us.
Bro, if they lose tonight, Catfish, if they lose tonight, your boy is going to be animated, to say the least.
Yeah.
Right on.
Hey, Chubbs, Steve, it's saying for you to go over and take over a live.
Oh, I wish I could, but I got some stuff I got to get done too. I got a lot of water changes I got to finish. I just stopped my water changes to come on here.
Yeah. I'm just like a light switch, man. When it hits me, it just all my energy goes out of me. So,
I don't know. Yeah, all right. You haven't twisted my arm enough. I'm gonna go live.
but I appreciate you being up here, Chubbs.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm gonna go live, and just for a little while.
You're going live? Awesome.
We'll try for a little bit. So, all right. I'll see y'all in a little while. Appreciate you, Catfish. All right, there, Butcher
Hey, I
Block.
appreciate you, Chubb.
All right, Chubbs, take it easy, but
Butcher,
All right.
Butcher,
Good
I
one.
appreciate all y'all, and I'll be seeing y'all around. Hey, GRB, thank you. And everybody go check out GRB's songwriting skill. Buddy, I still would love to have that, the lyrics to that song and the chords you're playing. Stephanie, appreciate you. Love everybody, but I'm headed to bed, y'all. Take care. Butcher, we'll see you, buddy.
All right, boss. Take it easy.
All right.